Hey everyone, I'm Tony James. This is Hillquest Dual Sport. Today is April 6th. It is a glorious, sunny, 18-degree day and perfect for a ride on the Africa Twin. This will be my second ride, and I have about 109 kilometers on it so far, and I want to break in the engine and reach that 300 kilometer mark. I'm also a little curious how much snow is at McLean Creek, so I'm going to head that way, and while I'm there, I'm going to stop and give a 200 kilometer review of what I think of the Africa Twin so far. McLean Creek. So the official opening of the public land use zone doesn't May 1st, I think. It's May 1st till the end of November. I'm just checking out the snow situation, see what it's like out here. Again, we had about 6 or 8 inches of snow last week, so I'm not expecting that it's going to be gone or even close to being gone. There's also a year-round campground out here, so campers will come out, do some winter camping, but they can't take their quads or motorcycles, for that fact, into the trail system. There are some snowmobile trails out here, I think. Yeah. No 4x4ing either on the trails. So this is the McLean Creek store. Stop at. I didn't know if this was open yet. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, road is still closed in there. They don't open that again until May 1st. I'm just gonna drive up to staging, see what it looks like. I don't want to go in. I'm going to get my bike muddy. Where there's mud, but oh, it doesn't look too bad. I've seen at this time of the year where There's still 4-foot drifts right there. Cool. Well, guess I'll head back. But I'll stop up here and just do a quick review of the Africa Twin, of what I've felt it's like now after 220 kilometers. Really not a lot of time to get to know it, but I'll kind of go front to back and give you my 200 kilometer review. All right, 2024 Africa Twin, 200 kilometers on it. What I've noticed so far, let's start at the back. So the tires are really good on pavement, cool pavement. I haven't had them on any gravel at all, but they handle well, they corner well, and I think they'll be good for what I need, which is, this is going to be primarily my touring bike. Muffler sounds awesome. I love the sound of that muffler. You'll notice that I have lowered the seat 1 inch. It has 2 settings. One, of course, is the tall one, which this ends up here, and this then is flush. I put it to the lowest setting just to test it. I can flat foot it easily sitting with both feet, sitting at a light or just sitting. I don't know if it's too low, but I'll leave it there for now. Brake pedal is easy to access, and it's not too responsive. So, the engine is quiet. It is super responsive. Again, I have another 100 kilometers on it just to break it in till I can kind of open it up and get a little more feel for what it can do. Super happy about that. Display, I really like the display, how you can shift between the different modes. They look different, so they capture different settings and gauges which would be appropriate for what you're riding. So for example, in touring, it'll show the range, whereas on gravel it doesn't show range, but it shows the tachometer a little bit better. Cruise control. Cruise control is good. It's an adaptive cruise control, so going up hills, it'll try and maintain the speed. Getting out of cruise control is a little sketchy. On my Victory, you would just have to depress the brake a little bit and it would release or kick you out of cruise control. This one, you have to substantially press the brake, and that kind of makes you jump forward a bit. Same with the back pedal. It'll release from the cruise control, but you have to press the brake pretty hard. I found that it's easiest to get out of cruise control just by turning it off at this button here. Let's see. I've been told that there's some stability concerns with the front wheel because it's a 21-inch and it is narrower, but I didn't find anything wrong with it. I just attribute that to being used to a 21-inch wheel on the dirt bike, so didn't make a bit of difference at all. What I did notice, you have the adjustable windshield. I kind of like a little bit of wind in my face. So for the most part, if I'm driving in the city, I will put the windshield down. On the highway, it will hit, the wind will hit me in the top of my helmet. But when I put it all the way up to the top setting, the wind will go right over my helmet. And that's one thing I noticed about the cockpit for the rider as compared to my other bikes. When I had the V-Strom, the wind would just buffet off my helmet and it would kind of run in a circular motion around between the windshield and myself. Same thing with the Victory, with the big fairing. This Africa Twin does not do that. So it's a really comfortable, quiet cockpit for the rider. I enjoy it. What else? Oh, I adjusted, and it's easily done, adjusting the height of the gear changer just by changing these bolts, and it'll compress or expand. I compressed it as far as it can, and that will easily fit under my motorcycle boots will easily fit under there for changing the gears. Clutch is very soft. I like that. And the mirrors don't vibrate at all. That's one thing I noticed with the Victory or the V-Strom, and even a bit with the KTM that I have. The mirrors will vibrate a bit, so seeing far back when you're riding on the highway, not possible because of the vibration. But these mirrors are pretty stable. One other thing I really like about it is that it uses regular unleaded. So 87 octane is the fuel that it takes, so you don't have to pay extra money for premium gas. So far, you know, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10, and we'll see what happens after the next review. Oh, one more thing. One thing I've noticed, that when you are sitting on the bike at a light and you put your feet down, your feet will be behind the foot pegs, and that really annoyed me when I was riding the V-Strom or even the KTM as well. When you put your feet down, it's right in line with your feet, so that your feet are wider and it just kind of pokes into your boots or your leg or whatever. But for this, when you put your feet down, they're behind the foot pegs, so that is a big plus by me. All right, well, I think I'm gonna head back, maybe go through Cochrane, stop for an ice cream perhaps. It'll probably be busy at McKay's. We'll see. Anyway, super nice out here. Plus 18 degrees. Great day for a ride. 3 weeks till opening day for the dirt bike. Looking forward to that. And Ashton and I will go out for opening day as close to opening day as we can, at least the first weekend, because that is our tradition. So we're gonna do that. All right, well, I'll fire it up and get ready to roll. Turn on my music again. There we go.